Hi guys, I'm Sarah and today I'm going to show you a recipe that I found that looks really interesting. It's called a Canadian war cake. To me it sounds like something that you take into battle with you, but no, it was actually come about during World War I, and it's a recipe that sort of stood the test of time. They used it during the Great Depression. During World War II it came back into fashion again. I've heard some people say their parents called it a hard time cake, and it's also known as a poor man's cake. It's sort of along the same theory as a depression cake, which has recently started being known as a crazy cake or a wacky cake, in that it's completely vegan. So it omits some products that were hard to come by during the war times. So eggs, butter, milk, completely omitted from this. And it's also, unlike a depression cake, which is generally chocolate, or I have done a vanilla version of it as well. I'll link those recipes down below. But this is more like a fruit cake, and I love me a good fruit cake, so let's give this a go. Now, the first part of this we do on the stove top. We want to boil some of the ingredients together. We want 1 cup of warm water, 1 cup of sugar. Original recipe says 2 tablespoons of shortening. I don't have that. Of course you can break the vegan rule and go butter or margarine, that's fine. I'm just going to use oil. Apparently that can be substituted. So 2 tablespoons of oil. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of cloves, and 2 cups of raisins. So just stir that occasionally, and we want to bring that to a boil and let it boil for about 5 minutes. Now apparently you can also add, I imagine the likes of walnuts would go in well in this, maybe orange rind or something like that. So just while that's bubbling, I've just popped a lid on. I'm not sure if you meant to put a lid on or not, felt like the right thing to do, so I'm going with it. I'm just going to mix in another bowl 1.5 cups of flour and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Not sure how well you can see that, but just, you know, nice dark liquid. So we're going to add our dry ingredients into here. Right, that's ready to go in the pan. So, going to grease and flour the pan. Just grease that, put flour around it. Apparently that's quite crucial because this does stick very easy, even though this is a non-stick pan. Either that or use baking paper or whatever. And then we're going to bake this at 180 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes. And we will see you back here for a taste test. Can confirm it's tasting good. That looks beautiful. It smells amazing in here. This was driving me nuts while it was cooking. I've actually just let this cool down for about 10 minutes. But texture and everything, it just feels like it's moist. It smells yummy. I am diving in. Oh, that is really nice. The flavour, you know, the spices all come through. I think those cloves actually really add something. It's not often I use cloves in baking. And it was only half a teaspoon, but wow, that is really yummy. And of course there's plenty of sultanas in there, so that just makes it lovely and juicy and sweet. You wouldn't think, you wouldn't pick that there was things missing out of here, like, you know, no dairy, no eggs. You wouldn't, I don't feel I'm depriving myself here. That is really nice. This would go nicely just cold in the kids' lunch boxes. Even warm with a bit of custard on top. Oh yeah, that would actually really work. And cost wise, $3.82 for the whole loaf. Not bad. The main, of course, the main expense there was the raisins. The raisins came to $2.70 something, I think, from memory. So the rest of the ingredients cost very little at all. But I mean, you could use any kind of dried fruit in there. Dates would work. You could use dried cranberries, you know, the sultanas instead of raisins or whatever. And as I say, something like walnuts would be really nice in here too. So yeah, have an experiment. That is really yummy though. Hit like, leave us a comment down below. Let me know if you've had a go at this or anything similar. Let me know if you've got any other suggestions for either recipes or random videos. I'm all about random. And we'll catch you next week. Bye.